Today I'm going to be making strawberry jam tarts, and this was a request from Sima as something to do with her children while everybody's home. I have here some flour. I've got 190 grams of flour. I've got butter, 130 grams, and I've got 60 grams of caster sugar, 1 egg, some strawberries. I use frozen strawberries and just chop them up because they were quite nice and fat, and some strawberry jam. The first stage is to make the shortcrust pastry, so I've just added the butter into the flour, and then I'm going to make that into fine breadcrumbs. The next stage is to add the sugar. And I want you to add half of the egg. We're going to keep the rest of the egg just to put around the side of the pastry to give it a nice glaze. And once all that's in, you can start mixing it up with a knife and make your pastry into a dough. Once you have your dough put together, you can wrap this in cling film and put it in the fridge for about 30 minutes. It needs to go cold in order for you to be able to roll it out and it's not too sticky. I've just taken the pastry out, it's nice and chilled. I'm going to roll this out as flat as I can possibly make it. Need to be able to pick it off the wet bench, but still you want it nice and thin so that it's tasty and crispy. When you've rolled your pastry out nice and flat, like this, just make sure you keep everything liberally floured, otherwise you're going to get things sticking. You now need to take one of these. This is about maybe 5 or 6 centimetres across, and we're just going to cut out the rounds for the bottom of the pastry tin. I'm using a muffin tray and I've got mine already greased and ready for the pastry to pop in. I've just cut the rounds out and popped them very carefully and gently into the muffin tray. And now I'm going to add a teaspoon of jam and half a strawberry on top to each of the tart rounds. So I've popped a teaspoon of jam into each of the tins, and then I put a strawberry on top. Now I've used frozen strawberries, which I have defrosted. You don't have to use fruit at all for this recipe, but I just think it gives it a little bit more flavour and it's quite kind of nice for the kids. I'm just going to add some egg and I'm just going to go around the sides here, just so that when you've got that in the oven, it gives it a nice shine. I'm going to do that to each of the edges. I preheated the oven already to 190 degrees C, and when that's ready I'm going to pop these in and bake them for about 15 minutes. After you bring them out of the oven, it's about 15 minutes. You want them bubbling lovely, just like this. See that jam bubbling up? You want them nicely browned around the sides, and then let them cool, and then you can pop them onto a plate like so.